7. Check, check, check. Yes. Morning, 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 morning. Morning and welcome. Morning. Head up, head up, head up. Edzai, Edzai. Morning, everybody. Morning, morning. Morning. Yes. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do we meditate day and night. For we shall be like trees planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth our fruit in our season. Our leaves shall not wither, and whatsoever we do shall prosper. Blessings. Call all Portlanders to the front of the line, because we're going to show you this morning how people of Portland lost a lot of money last weekend. Whole heap of money people them lose last weekend because of bad mind, grudge, and envy. Yeah, man. Bad mind, grudge, and envy. $60 million the people of Portland lost last weekend. 60 mil. For an economy that is weak, an economy that no show no growth a year time. Well, the economy now gone down. $60 million down. Bad mind and the political victimization. Share up the channel, my people. Share up the channel. Share it up. Because we want to talk the things them this morning. We want to talk the things them. Yeah. And we also this morning want to show you how we constantly lose money in this country. How, because of blind leadership, our people are perishing. Yeah. Our people are perishing because of poor leadership. And of course, you know, people use psychology all around, you know. When they don't want you to think about them a certain way, they said, it's you stay so. So we say bad mind on show. And we hear a man say bad mind and steroids. Him know the thing. The man know the thing subtle. Can I tell you? How the man know and understand the bad mind behavior? How they all know and they are a set of hypocrites?
Keep the Labour Party government in. If the Labour Party government was in, I would still be alive. I hear the spirits of the 18 babies that have died because of the punishment of this government. 18 babies have died. She don't need to pass the law. She don't need to lock up anybody to demonstrate her real care and concern for the children of this nation. All she needs to do is to fire the Minister of Health.
Wanna hear that, people? Wanna hear that?
This government does not hear about your health. I hear the spirit of a little baby crying, 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 saying, why did the people keep the Labour Party government in? If the Labour Party government was in, I would still be alive. I hear the spirit of the 18 babies that have died because of the punishment of this government. 18 babies have died. She don't need to pass the law. She don't need to lock up anybody to demonstrate her real care and concern for the children of this nation. All she needs to do is to fire the Minister of Health.
So, 24 babies have died. 24 in one hospital. That 18 babies that he spoke about died from 4 different institutions. This Prime Minister have been all over the place. Not one single solitary word. I have not heard it. If anybody else hear it, then please send that to me. I want to hear it. Because I also hear the Prime Minister talking about people drunk from power or the wanting of power. So when the Prime Minister was leader of opposition and heard the baby crying or the babies crying, was that being drunk from the sniff of power? Because I am saying to you, everything that this Prime Minister say, when he might try cuss the opposition, you can find it somewhere in his closet as him being that person that he's referring to. The man was in his gungo. 18 babies died.
This government does not hear about your health. I hear the spirit of a little baby crying, 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 saying, why did the people keep the Labour Party government in? If the Labour Party government was in, I would still be alive. I hear the spirit of the 18 babies that have died because of the punishment of this government. 18 babies have died. She don't need to pass the law. She don't need to lock up anybody to demonstrate her real care and concern for the children of this nation. All she needs to do is to fire the Minister of Health.
And so she did. She fired the minister. She moved him. So, why is it that labor rights are such hypocrites? Why is it that labor rights are such hypocrites? Comrade Azan made some shops in the Spalding market for some ladies who were selling in the sun. And this guy, this man, then opposition leader, said that he would not sit in the parliament with Comrade Azan because Comrade Azan is corrupt. Now this man, for the last 3 going 4 years, his statutory filing has not been certified. But he sits at the head of the parliament just the same. This man, one of the biggest hypocrites, Panya Mashiach. Yeah? And talking about people drunk from power. Light pang morning. Let me say this morning. That of the 2 leaders, Andrew Holness and Mark Golden, who is a more roots man? Who you see as a more roots man? And I heard a host on a talk show yesterday morning saying that Mark Golden is trying to talk the Jamaican language, or vernacular. You see how you hear Mark Golden on the stage? If you talk to Mark Golden one way, you will realize that that's how the man talk. Now what vex some people is because they can't say dunce. Because they know that he's one of our most brilliant. But the man speaks the Jamaican patois. And that's why Mark Golden said Miss Lou must become our second national heroine. Because the man loves the Jamaican vernacular. Now, let me tell you something. A lot of people looking at Mark's dressing. You think a money Mark Golden have make him not dress different? You think I want some people now want dress him up one different way? But Mark Golden is saying, this is who I am. Clothes no make me. Style no make me. Before I came into politics, this is Marky G. Marky G is a music producer, you know. The president of the Arnett Garden football team. The man is down to earth. And if talking and joking and he'd never concern and him chop a ras and I'm breath, he's a Jamaican. Him never direct the BC at nobody. Yeah? Him never direct it at nobody. That said, shut your eye, put the X side of the effing bell. No, he did not do that. I have a problem with the mic and I'm breath. Him chopper one. Is it appropriate? No, we're not saying it's appropriate. But for a very long time, I've been saying to people that use of what we call indecent language have different meaning in different ways that you use it. Because if we are run joke and a laugh and a chat and two-clad cut, it not cut in an offensive way. We are joke and we are laugh. But when you vex because people tell you say them now vote for the man who beat the woman with the stool And your reading of that is to tell them to shut their eye and put the X wherever. And then you want to, in that same speech, refer to the PNP as a cult. It's pure hypocrisy. Now, let's come to Portland. This morning, I am saddened because I have been telling you all over the years that the economy in Portland is dead. Flat, not now go on. That's why I've been saying to you that building an urban center in Port Antonio is really of no moment. And more things come to light, and it has even shown further that an urban center in Port Antonio is really of no moment. Because when we look at what is happening in St. Thomas, we can't afford that in Portland. The Portland Municipal Corporation will not be able to pay any $10 million for rent. But an annual show, the biggest show in Portland, and at one point it was the largest show in Jamaica, the largest food festival, and the longest reigning food festival, was Sabotage this year. And the sabotage really started from before, because it is now that I am getting information that a certain politician instruct the Jamaica Tourist Board and the TF to stop supporting the Boston Jerk Festival. You hear me say? A politician. Yes. Instruct the Jamaica Tourist Board and the Tourism Enhancement Fund to stop supporting the Boston Jerk Festival. This year, we were denied a permit to put on the festival, thus taking out $60 million out of the Portland economy. And I can break it down for you this morning, for those of you who don't understand what a jerk festival does to the Portland economy. And at some point, I didn't even recognize the impact until I get the phone calls. Now, 60 million is almost from the direct revenue. We're not even going to the indirect revenue that Portland would see coming from the Jerk Festival. Now, on average at a Jerk Festival, and I'm using 2023 figures because we also do surveys at the festival. Because when you seek sponsorship for a festival of that magnitude, people want good data. So, during the festival, we employ people to go out with questionnaires and to ask people certain questions. One of the questions that we have been asking is to find people who come from overseas for the festival. In 2023, 865 persons told the surveyors that they came from abroad for the festival. From that 865, 578 said to them that the festival is the main cause why they come to Jamaica. Yeah? 568 said that the number one reason for coming to Jamaica at that 578, at that time was because of the Boston Jerk Festival. Now, of the 865, and listen this, of the 865, 378 said that they spend between 1 to 3 nights in a guest house, hotel, or Airbnb in Portland. 377. Another 200 said they spent 1 night. So we are looking at 577 persons staying in Airbnb in Portland. Now, that 500 odd persons, their stay ranges from about 10,000 a night to anywhere, can go up to all 300 US, depends on where they stay. Yeah? Now, my people, it is because Colin Bell is the person keeping the show why there's a problem. I am going to go now directly to the vendors, because on average, inside the venue, we have about 12 people doing jerk. Right? There's another 8 persons in the community that jerk on a jerk festival day. So we're talking about 20 vendors. About 20. Now, if you have 20 vendors selling an average of 300 pounds of pork, that is 20 times 300. Sorry, hold on. That equal to 600 pounds, 6,000 pounds of pork. So, if they're selling 6,000 pounds of pork at $3,000 a pound, you know how much money that? 300 pounds of pork, 20 vendors, average. And when we average it out, you understand some sell more, some sell less. Is $18 million that in a pork alone? That never happened last Sunday. If the same 20 vendors, I want you to follow me. If the same 20 vendors, each of them do 100 chicken. Yeah? So it's 20 vendors times 100 chicken. That is 2,000 chicken. Each chicken is cut into 4 quarters. So it's 2,000 times 4. So that's 8,000 quarter. 8,000 quarter times $1,000 per quarter. That's $8 million. And remember, that's just pork and chicken. That's $26 million worth of food. And we not go fish, we not go lobster, we not go soup, we not go reindeer. So it is easy to say that the official vendors, and I am making sure to tell you about the official vendors first, because those of you would have been to Jerk Festival before would understand that on the roadside there's another 20 or 30 people vending. We not touch liquor yet. You have about 20 bars in the vicinity. So I'm saying to the people of Portland, I'm saying to the people that this morning, let me tell you that it is bad mind why you never have your big Jerk Festival that you normally have. On average, 10,000 people come to Portland on a Jerk Festival day. Not all 10,000 come through the turnstiles to watch the show. But on average, 10,000 people turn out on Jerk Festival day. You know why I decided to do this morning? Barbers have been calling me and saying to me that they felt it in their pockets because normally they would cut 4 times or 5 times the amount a year they normally cut on the Jerk Festival weekend. Nail technicians are calling me, are speaking to other members of my team and saying that they felt it because nobody turned up to do nails for Jerk Festival. Hairdressers are calling. The Jerk Festival, the Boston Jerk Festival, is an event where people depend upon to make money for back to school. You know, I think it was last year, a lady died in the Boston community. Died maybe 4 weeks before the Jerk Festival, Chris. And they put off her burial till after Jerk Festival, because at Jerk Festival the money I go make for burial. And the politicians ensure that there were no Jerk Festival this year to spite me. It's me them do it for spite. But I want the people of Portland to understand that all who never make no money last weekend blame the people who you see out there calling say they want Boston Beach. They are the reason. Anybody you see out there, I say them want Boston Beach. Is them. Make $60 million no spend in a Portland last weekend. I don't like come on here and talk about myself. But before every Jerk Festival day, I would have to spend millions. So they do it to hurt me, but I never had to spend millions this time. I kept my money in my pocket or staying at the bank. Millions. The other way that this is hurting Portland, when we do a Jerk Festival, Christopher, for at least 3 months, I am promoting Portland. Come to Portland for the Boston Jerk Festival. On local media, The budget for advertisement is like $2.6 million, $3 million, depending on how hard we go. Plus social media. What I normally do for a Jerk Festival reggae girl, me fly go to the US. I'ma put up posters at Miami. Me put up posters at New York, North Carolina. Me send posters go get Tony for put up at Toronto. Me give Fitzroy posters. Gary get posters to put up at New Jersey. We send posters to my mother for put up at London. That's how we promote the festival. So Portland, who nobody promotes, nobody else promotes, lost all that kind of promotion. And when people come to Portland for the Jerk Festival, a whole heap of them stay over. And when I say stay over, I mean them stay over after the festival. People would normally spend a couple more days. Because remember, I said to you, 578 persons in 2023 said that their number one reason for coming to Portland and coming to Jamaica was for the Jerk Festival. But at the festival, we talked to 865 persons who came from abroad and came to the festival. Okay? So, when you hear some people talking about my Portland family or my East Portland family, use psychology upon you. I also want to say to you that be careful. No, it's phone. So I'll call you. Yeah, man. So I'll call you. Yeah, man. So when you see them doing what they are doing to me, I want you all to understand this. The day you open your mouth in resentment to them, they are going to do the same thing to you. So look and laugh. And those of you who are saying, because Shaka chat too much, we still have freedom of speech in this country. And listen, all who say Shaka chat too much, if they are saying Shaka too lie, that is where I would have a problem if they are saying Shaka too lie. But because I'm not telling no lie, I am going to keep on talking. But I warned the people of Jamaica when the ranking man from down at Old Harbour disrespected me. I said to you that him disrespecting me is him disrespecting every Jamaican. And you saw and you have heard him disrespecting people after people. I'm saying to the people of Portland, if they're not out there saying Shaka too lie, or because Shaka lie, you have to be concerned. Because the day you see them doing something that you are upset with and you talk about it, you are going to be victimized. Mark my words. Ed boy, morning.
My brother and friend.
Go on, brother.
Speak truth to power.
We will never stop speaking.
And as Nehemiah, you have been set up as a watchman on the walls of Portland. And you should speak with a loud voice when you see injustice, when you see oligarchy, yeah, when you nepotism and cronyism. So those who want to tell you to be silent, tell them that they have awoken the ants nest.
Ed boy,
Shaka,
let me tell you
you know,
something.
I find something last night. I break a news last night, right? And the gloves are now off, you know.
Yes.
I am now saying to the Jamaica Labour Party and some of their operatives, including member of parliaments, who are out there busy trying to tarnish people's reputation. If you live in a glass house,
Don't
don't
throw
throw
stone.
stone.
Cause
Yeah?
if you can't take blow, brother, don't throw
Don't
blow.
throw stone. Well,
Hallelujah.
let me tell you, I have a stone this morning
Yes.
that they have flung, and it has come right back to them. Shaka, I just sent you an article from the JIS. Because when me talk, you know, nobody say me make up nothing, you know.
Yes.
Yeah?
Talk to me.
So the article is entitled JUTC to introduce biodiesel project and electric buses. It's written by Garfield Angus on the 3rd of June 2020. Please note the date. 3rd of June. Yes?
Yes. I'm opening the article as you speak.
Right. In this article, they were referring to, let me get to the middle of it. It says, as JUTC continues to modernize its operation, the minister told the House that a Kronos time attendance management system has been implemented at the corporate office. You know, that's to deal with the staffing. But this is where I want to go. We intend to roll out a phased implementation throughout the company beginning June and July. He noted that JUTC will also be rolling out.
Mention who said someone. Minister Montague said.
Minister Montague said. Yes?
Yes.
In addition, he said that the company is partnering. Here, this company now is partnering with Stocks and Securities Limited.
Hello. Hold on, let me see
to convert an old bus into a mobile supermarket to assist an elderly disabled customers who are now at home due to coronavirus. Yet now, SSL will undertake the retrofitting and operate and pay the attendant costs. Items from this supermarket will be sold at a minimal cost, as it is not a profit-making venture. But it's not done there. This is where it gets sweeter. He said that the Minister Montague, that the lease arrangements with Appliance Traders Limited, please note, and the Hydro 26 group of companies have been renegotiated.
Which paragraph you know? Okay, you go and left me. Can I see? In addition, as a part,
the second to last paragraph.
Okay, the second to last. He said that the lease agreement with Appliance Traders Limited (ATL) and the Elijah 26 group of companies have been renegotiated and renewed. Combined, these arrangements generate $7 million annually.
Tala. So how man did that say to us? They don't know, they don't have nothing to do with SSL. How SSL was doing business with JUTC. And this Elijah group of company, yeah? I don't know who they are because I'm wondering if it's the same Elijah. But I find it funny that the same Elijah got sold preferential bidding contracts. No bids were made. Sole source contracts between 2020 and 2021. I have the document. I'm sending it to you now. Long time this company Elijah I eat food. Every time, Colin, there's an election on, this company is featured at the same Jamaica Urban Transit Company.
And this article was 2020, no?
Yes, when Minister Mann just 2 months before the election.
Yes, June 2020. Well, on
June 3rd. And I want to thank my source from the JLP who called me and said, my good comrade friend, because me is like you, I don't want journalists back. See the article here, because the person told me, I know integrally what was happening during that same period of the COVID, how much money Elijah get to clean up place to do business with JUTC, sole supplier in JUTC.
When I tell the people of Jamaica that my concern about the importation of used left and drive bus is more than the buses themselves, but the amount of money that we have been robbed on this used bus deal. This used bus scandal, I am estimating that we have been robbed over $700 million, close to
estimation is correct.
of $1 billion. We have been robbed. I don't know who robbed this money, but these 110 buses for $1.4 billion is a robbery, in my estimation, of a $750 million.
They can't call you liar, you know, but I could call them liar. Because the liar, Minister of Transport, went into the party, to the Jamaica Observer, said in the article to the Jamaica Observer that Ella sole importer of the buses in the Caribbean.
Of what?
Right? So, of the buses, the school buses in the Caribbean, they're the sole importer.
And you know something else that the minister read that rubbed me away too?
No, but hold on, Colin. Hold on. I want to know why the man be, because he's now making a blanket statement which says that other Caribbean territories have engaged Elijah in the same business. So I say, okay, I see two of them bust the way me there, because you know me there, Colin.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
I went to my goodly Minister of Education, who's a good comrade, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah? And I said, Minister, we're having a discussion in Jamaica. You can tell me what's the state of these buses, the year and when they were imported. He said the buses are 2018 buses. They bought them for under 18,000 US.
Tala.
With everything.
Tala.
2018 buses. Fully functional. I went further because St. Martin has an import policy. So there's duty free in St. Martin, as you call it.
Yes.
Yeah. So I reached out to my friends who's in the transport sector, the same school buses they're driving in St. Martin. Man, them said them just call Miami. Them a friend in Miami. Once the buses are about to decommission, them get them. And them get them for 5,000 and 6,000.
But everybody know that at them money that they bust themselves, you know.
Yeah, but how the minister can be so liar and wicked?
But
the man
Ed boy, one of the things that I have been saying to GLP surrogates and supporters, just look even at the invoice. The man them not say the invoice where we see wrong, you know. And I am saying, on average, what they are saying to us, $1.4 billion, 110 bus, on average is 80,000 US for one of the bus. What can go so?
Go so. And I've been hearing you saying it, and you're absolutely right.
And then when you look at the invoice, the dearest bus on the invoice that we have seen is $20,000. Now, if you even work the $20,000, say you buy the bus for $20,000, ship and freight is another $10,000. All right, tell you what, me an idiot. Ship and freight at $20,000. That's $40,000 drop the bus at Jamaica. You want to tell me that to do the retrofit and everything else costs another $40,000?
Yeah, because where the lied minister lied, and where him get catch, he's telling us that the retrofit includes putting in cameras. Buses come with camera. So there comes another lie again.
No, but they are saying that they are going to put in 5 cameras. When we talked to Albert week before last, Albert said each of the bus have been 6 cameras. Yeah? So, I hear him go over one girl on social media go give an interview. I dare you, minister, to come here. Come answer real questions about the buses. Me used to interview you before. So, but it's you go up on stage and say you don't know me. You lie like sure.
And I used to listen to interviewing the man with the radio station, Styles FM.
No, me used to interview him even before that pan Satcom cable. A long time I on TV, you know. From
Right. No, no, it's been a
1994,
long time.
me had the television. I have had, in fact, me have an interview with him for boss, you know. Where see him, where like how you see me in the parliament, I beat up him chest about, you know, when I say I go and do something, I go and get it done. It's the same thing he tell me about Dragon Bay. And I have that interview there for boss. I just not boss it yet. Because this man is a man who just beat up him chest with nothing behind it.
No, let me tell you what Darrell is. Darrell is the pit bull for the GLP. But Colin, I am going to give you, I know it's early time, I'm going to give some other callers a chance.
Yeah, because no,
but
I'm going to talk to Dr. Deborah Icklin, because you see one of the things, Ed Boy, what I'm trying to point out to Jamaica. One of the reasons why I am upset of what is happening in Jamaica, we should be doing better as a country than we are doing. We have the capacity to do better. We have the resources to do better. And for years, we have not done better. And our people are poor. And it is an indictment on past leadership. And not just past GLP leadership, but past PNP leadership and GLP leadership and the present leadership, who have not been able to grow the Jamaican economy to create wealth for our people. So those are my bone of contention why I'm so cross and angry, you know. Because I know that we can do better for our people. So I'm going to talk to Dr. Deborah Icklin in a little while.
Right.
Explaining to people how we can generate more money for this country. So,
but you know, that's the discussion, Colin, but that's the discussion the JLP doesn't want us to have. They are busy pushing this agenda about anti-bad mind and bad mind. But if anybody bad mind anybody, it's them two that want to sit down in a Portland. Because let me say this,
but look,
with no water in my mouth. Why would they want to bad mind an entrepreneur who born Portland? Because none of them come from there, you know.
Not one.
Who born in Portland. Who born in Portland, who has been doing his activities in Portland to empower the people of Portland. This product that you have in a Shaka, and I heard you speaking earlier on. Do you know, right? Currently now, the Tekits and Nevis is Mango Festival.
Yes.
Yeah? They have a mango festival in the Eastern Caribbean. And for their traveling that mango festival alone, they're bringing in about 3,000-4,000 people just for a 2-day mango festival. Huh? So, and imagine that. Brand Portland, in terms of Portland jerk, has a more renowned brand than any other jerk brand in Jamaica. So I don't see why we can't partner with the Jamaica Tourist Board and have your program with other elements. For example, we have the flights coming at Fleming from the United States. So there's room for growth in this. I won't say much because some others might be listening and wanting to take ideas. But all I'm saying, Colin, we're standing with you. We appreciate the work that you are doing. And one of the things I want to say, Colin, you have always been, even though you're comrade, your approach to this whole campaign has been to give everybody a voice.
Yes, sir.
And that is important. Keep up the hard work, brother. Let me tell you, the harder they come, the harder they fall.
Yes, man. And
I remind them about the great river. The river that Nanny walked in.
Yes, sir.
Not very few have risen up against the people of Portland and have not angered the spirits, Nanny. So let them continue.
All right, brother. Sure, man. Go on.
Well, me I see you and my boy there. I take you in the morning, you know?
Yes, man. It's the truth we talk, you know?
True.
Yes, man.
I mean, you will talk the truth, but we call him the way name.
Oh.
What are you know, man?
Head boy?
Head boy tell no fly, man.
Me no have no evidence.
Man. You will tell the truth sometimes. Sometimes you make a little mistake, but head boy definitely lie.
Oh, sure, man. Turn off the thing in the background, man. Turn off the thing in the background. Sure, man. if me say something and it not go so, I because me never know. Me not tell
Yeah,
lie.
me agree with you. Both time you always say, well, you don't know sometime. But head boy indefinitely tell lie.
Him never tell me nothing yet when me go research and find it to be a lie. Because all that he said a while ago is in an article coming from the GIS. He has sent me the article. In fact, the article have an audio aspect of it that maybe I might just play it for the item too. But it's a lot of things we're going to
Where the
reveal.
article come from? Bobby Montague.
Bobby Montague was the minister at the time, yes.
Bobby Montague, no madman, brother.
Where you say?
You can't listen to Bobby Montague.
Where
you say, man?
Where you say Bobby
Why-
Q? Bobby Montague.
Bobby Q do no fuck, brother. That's why more than ever move him up, brother. See, we don't want to listen more than Bobby Montague. We are talking about no, we are talking.
But, shower man, if you're talking about no, may I invite Minister Vaz to come answer some questions about the buses.
After we the yard, say, I'm here to say, you don't want to get him, or you not get him.
Me send him the invite, brother, and him not come. You call him and tell him to forward on the program. You call him, are your general. Call him and tell him to forward on the program. Come answer up the question them where we have. Because we have serious questions to ask him. Yeah?
All right. I'm making call you.
You're making call me.
Yeah.
All right. Make him call me because I want to talk to him.
All
I
right.
want to talk to him. But respect, me going to talk to Dr. Debbie Icklin.
Yeah, man.
Because we know how Jamaica can make money, shower man. The labor right them don't know how for the country to make no money. So
I 18 years old, and the country now make the money at the 18 years.
18 years we were better than now. The last time that the Jamaican economy grew by 3% was under the PNP in 2007. Since that, this economy has never grown by 2%, even though Andrew Holness promised 5% growth in 4 years. Andrew Holness is a colossal failure.
But wait, during them time, during them time, we have a COVID, brother.
Hold on, the man. Hold on. Breaks. The promise was 5% growth in 4 years. When was that promise made? 2016. 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019 was
COVID.
Hold on, man. COVID came 2020. 2019 was
COVID come from start from 2019, brother.
COVID not come at Jamaica 2019, brother. COVID first found in Jamaica, I think, April 2020, boss.
We are the first COVID fighting. You know where the first
Clarendon, brother. Clarendon.
The first, yeah, I make mistake, but the first COVID fighter, St. Thomas. St. Thomas, the first COVID fighter, the woman come and see her. Don't tell me nothing.
When?
First COVID identify a St. Thomas, the woman come and see her.
Which year?
Eh?
Which year?
CM 2020 where you talk.
Then now you talk about 2019.
But it started on 2019, but the first fighter Jamaica.
No, come on, Jamaica 2020. So
St. Thomas are the
agree.
first place locked down, brother, with that COVID.
Agree. Hold on, agree.
So now give me no machines for me, brother.
Hold on, agree. Bull beer. Agree with you.
Right.
But the next man was in Clarendon where come on a plane from New York. Yeah. All right. But the 4 years finished 2019, brother. And you feel. Anyway, we take our next call and then we talk to Dr. Icklin. Hello, good morning.
Colin, how you do?
Neville.
How you do, my brother? How you do?
Me not do good.
Colin, why you do that this morning?
Why you do what?
Why you come on the program to say that the Portland Festival were sabotaged because of you individually, Colin? And you know well within yourself that that's not true, Colin. Why you do that?
Neville, don't make me cut you off. You know why the festival not keep?
What on?
Me ask you a question. You know why the Jerk Festival not keep?
Because I gave my...
Because you lie. Because you don't know nothing. You know why the festival not keep?
Colin,
You know why the festival not keep, yes or no?
I I want you to tell us why it never keep. Because you
No.
tell us that it never keep because people try to sabotage you.
So how you are say that a lie?
That can't be Colin because you is not a candidate in the general election. You have been beaten in the parish council. You're just a campaigner for the People's National Party. You no need to sabotage the Colin.
Nevio.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you something. In 2019, I was not a candidate for anything.
Yes.
Me go to England and me
Yes.
buy one garbage truck because I did a research and the research says Portland needs 7 garbage trucks to
Yes.
adequately remove the garbage from the parish. Right? At the time, we had 2 old 10-wheel Isuzu truck, a struggle. So I said, this is a business opportunity. I went abroad. I bought a compactor garbage truck. And I carried come to Jamaica. It reached Jamaica January 2020. I cleared the truck, set up everything, get my company in order, and I went down to Orcharius. And I applied for a job for the truck. I got the job. The truck start work April 2020. When the labor rights found out that the truck was mine, got the job. The truck start work April 2020. When the labor rights found out that the truck was mine, that was the only month that truck worked, Nevio. So if you don't know where you say, man, just listen and shut your mouth. They stopped my garbage truck from working because me name Colin Bell and me speak my mind openly on television. Nevio, me not just do this, you know. I'm from 1994, me the media, you know, brother.
Mr. Bell, well, no, you make that point. You make that point. No come make an input. All right.
Nevio.
I grant you that the garbage truck put the money in your pocket as the owner, and yes, you're undermined. I grant you that.
Who put on the jerk festival?
Well, I'm not going to your point. But with the Portland jerk, which is going to serve so many people as you break it down.
Who is the promoter?
You break it down, Colin.
Who is the promoter?
As you break it down and say from the guest house people to the hotel and the ordinary command who jerk and so. Why would they sabotage that just to get at you individually? Don't add up, Colin.
It might not add up to you, Nevio. I mean, not see where it makes sense either. Because them spite me. If you spite me, you spite thousands of people. Nevio. Me understand you know. Me understand you know. You can't believe them do that. Well, let me tell you, they did it. I'm the public and talk about it. Tell them to call me and challenge me, Nevio. Tell them to challenge me.
I tell you that what you are saying, it is political propaganda, Colin.
Nevio, I'll cut you off here because.
Well, you're going to cut me off because I expressed my opinion.
No,
fine.
But Nevio.
That will tell the level of biasness of you.
Nevio, you have a right to your opinion. You don't have a right to your facts. When we put
then
forward
what I put forward, opinion, why would you want to cut me off to express my opinion?
But Nevio, opinion can't challenge facts. When me attack facts, you can't come with opinion.
All right, Colin. Share the facts with us now that the church were sabotaged because of you. Share the facts with us.
All right, let me tell you a couple things. You know who put on the Jerk Festival, who promote the Jerk Festival?
And the name is right in a thing that have investors who do it.
You see, I saw no go all about and chat. I saw no go all about and chat ass manure. I am the promoter. I am the promoter of the Jerk Festival, Nevio.
You individually and alone promote it. You don't have nobody else with you, Colin.
Me have a team that work with me.
Nevio, and he's a part of it.
Nevio, shut your mouth, no man. And me put on the Jerk Festival. A public me not tell you that, you know. Me not have no partner in putting on the Jerk Festival. I get sponsors.
Yes.
who sponsor the festival. And I am
Yes.
saying to you that politician tell the tourist board to no longer support the Boston Jerk Festival. Politician do that. Let me ask you something. You ever hear one politician out there say she want Boston Beach? You ever hear it? Never.
Do you have a lease for that?
Me not going to discuss Boston Beach because that is now a court issue. So me not going to discuss Boston Beach. I will talk about the Jerk Festival because that's not a court issue. But the Boston Beach itself is a court issue. You understand? And me never rent, but me never lease it from no politician. And you'd have heard the politician Abal say she want it. And
I never heard it.
You never hear it, nephew?
You continue.
You never hear it. And another politician did go up on a stage. Nephew, don't make me talk about Boston Beach. Me don't want to talk about it because there is too much factual information. We not talk about opinion, nephew. When me make an opinion, me say it's an opinion. You see, everything when me say about the Jerk Festival this morning, they are hard, cool facts. And hundreds of people right now on the live know. I know me alone know exactly what happened. The people of Boston will tell you what happened. The people of Portland knows this, man. So don't come here and tell me no garbage. Little more, man. Little more. Listen how the PNP are going to make Jamaica make money. I'll call Dr. Ickley now. Listen to that. Yeah, man. Nephew, let me tell you something, man. What we do over here is speak truth. Only the truth. And now I'll release the video, but I'm going to play something for you this morning. Make on hear. Listen to this.
Listeners know, because you talk about jobs and you talk about they're looking towards the opening of Sandals in Dragon Bay towards the end of 2019. As I said, it will be a 6-star boutique family resort. You're talking about 150 stores that will be sold out of that property a day. You're talking about training, food and beverage, IT, concierge, water sports, accounting, serving 2,500 meals per day. Can you imagine what that will do for this parish in terms of the farmers? Can you imagine what that will do in terms of the tours for the JUTC, the JCAL, and the private taxi operators? You're talking about staffing, bus transfers. I mean, the business opportunities that will be formulated through that are vast. And you said earlier, Minister, that Dragon will be a game changer, and there's no doubt about that. But there's rumor going around that Dragon is for sale. Shaka, when I sit here on this program and I speak from a position of knowledge. I don't listen to rum talk and I don't listen to rumor. If I listen to rumor, I'd run away long ago. So when I talk, you understand that I don't talk idly and I don't put my mouth aground and talk anything you hear Darrell Bar say. Yes? You can put your pot on fire, and if there's any change, I am the first person to come and say, I said X, and I know, understand that it's why. Yes? Oh, you said you have a final question.
No, hold on. That interview was done in 2018. Dragon Bay not open yet. You hear me? That interview was done in 2018. Dragon Bay is not open yet. We have the Shadow Minister of Culture and the Creative Industry, lecturer at the University of the West Indies, Deborah Ickling Gordon on the line. Deb, morning.
How are you, boy?
You know, feed the dog for a morning yet. I hear him. Deborah, I've been saying to my listeners that I am militant because Jamaica can be better financially than we are now, and that we have a set of leaders, past, and present, that because of the lack of vision, the country is still suffering minuscule growth whenever we grow, and poverty is in the communities, and we're not growing the way we are to grow. And I believe that this industry can assist in the growth of the Jamaican people. And that's why we want to talk a little bit about the possibilities this morning.
Well, I see it a little differently. I think the time is now. I think we have come to this time. We have been through a series of different types of change in our economy. We have been dealing with what we will call the plantation economy.
Yes.
But we are moving to a different phase of life. And we and any government that we form has to begin to make the changes and make the movement that is going to embrace what is required. Yeah, and that must be and must include a cultural.
Now, Debbie, that cultural experience and emergence, how are we going to get there?
Well, it's not overnight circumstance, but there are some low-hanging fruits that exist immediately. I think we have a.
Hold on, Debbie. You have me on speaker. You have me on speaker. Or you having a headset?
I have a headset.
No, the headset not going to work because it's going to come and go.
Oh, that's why I get in the echo.
Right. So take out the headset.
Is that better?
Yes, go ahead.
I still get in the echo, but.
I'm going to fix the echo.
All right. So it's not going to happen immediately. I mean, well, but there are some low-hanging fruits that individuals can benefit from immediately, yes, because there are a number of sectors that just require rationalization. So that they just require some fixing. There are things that need to be fixed in order for us to see more opportunities and more jobs and more activity within the sector. So there are some things that already exist. Mm-hmm. And as Matt Golding said, Party Leader Matt Golding said in his budget speech, one thing about the cultural and creative industries, the music industry in particular, is that it continues to grow irrespective of government input. But there is government input that can cause it to grow faster, yes, and better, yes, right?
Yes.
So we have identified what those things are. It is an investment framework. It is about facilitating people to have access to money, which is what we're doing through the $1 billion fund,
yes,
which the party leader has indicated, which will be topped up every year. So it's not a matter of having a stagnant fund. Hello?
No, I'm saying it's not a one-off fund.
No.
It's consistent.
Right?
Yeah.
It's something that will grow and develop as the sector grows and develop, because we expect a return on investment.
And we know how the return will come.
Had said that he don't see where the return on investment comes for the cultural and creative industries. We don't believe that at all. We know that it is possible because we see it happening, but we know that people are not operating at their best. They're not operating optimally, and there are some things that a government must do that only a government can do,
yes,
to ensure that people who are in the creative industries can thrive.
But Debbie, when I look even at the present and look at the culture and the creative industry, we see that some of our top earners, AE, the Vibes Cartel, Romain Virgo, Mavado, they are leaving Jamaica. What is happening?
That's a very interesting issue. Actually, this has been so for many, many decades, that in order to thrive in culture and the creative industries, you have to leave Jamaica for a while. we find it with the writers and the people like Marlon James and Kai Miller and all of those. They have to go elsewhere because we don't have the environment in Jamaica that causes cultural and creative practitioners to thrive. They can't get they can't get into the banking system. They can't use their work as collateral. And although we put the frameworks in place to make that happen by creating the laws that make that happen, this government in the last 10 years has not done the kind of work to work with the banks to make sure that somebody can take the catalog of music or they can take their publishing catalog to the bank and say, I need to get a loan based on that. That's the kind of work that needs to be happening. Not competing with the industry and putting on events and doing the PR and the showy situations. There's a lot of work that needs to happen to facilitate those people who are working in the sector. And that's what we are interested in.
So you are saying that the next PNP administration will create that ecosystem for our creatives to grow?
Absolutely. The ecosystem exists. What we want to do is build out the ecosystem and create an environment that includes investment. You heard Julian Robinson identify all the things that are going to happen for small businesses.
Yes.
These will also include cultural and creative businesses. We don't see cultural and creative businesses as different to any other small business. Usually you put cultural and creative businesses in a category because people don't understand them. So people don't understand that a fashion business don't run the same way that a music business don't run the same way as a film business don't run the same way as a publishing business. But we need to be, and each one is a separate industry. And so we are very clear about the work that needs to be done to facilitate each one in the way that works for them. They all don't work in the same way, so you can't facilitate them in the same way. But this government that exists now doesn't have that kind of understanding and knowledge. And so they have not done any of that work to try to develop the cultural and creative industry.
You believe that the minister has passed her time in being minister of entertainment, sports? You believe that she has passed her time, Debbie? Because
I will never say anything unkind about the Minister of Culture.
But
she's a woman who has contributed extensively to the sector, and I will always have great respect and regard for her as a person and as a professional.
But
I think, however, that there are new activities that need to happen. Things need to be done in a different way, in a way that she has not been able to grasp. For example, this government has failed to create a plan, a policy, a roadmap, a legislation, anything that will show us how we move forward.
Dr. Ickley.
So it is clear that a new plan, person, process is required. But as for the individual, I wish her all the very best all the time.
But Dr. Ickling, as a person, yeah, Babsy's fine. I like her too. But for the last 9 years, what are the gains that the culture and the creative industry has made under her stewardship?
Well, what I will say is that there have been a number of measures that have been put in place. But the problem with that is that they are not linked to a particular plan of action. So there's not a clear idea of where we want to get to, and then you create a plan, and the measures then take you there. So you get an entertainment zone that has no facilities in it.
And that's why I can't share your sentiments.
There are a couple of others. You get the Port Royal designation, and we don't see a plan for it. You get things like a creative expo and a school announcement of a school at Maritime, when you have a whole range institutions that are offering cultural and creative education, and nobody said, let us fix what we have. Let's just throw it at a new school. So there are a lot of measures,
And
but
Debbie,
nothing is up.
that's why I can't. That's why I can't share your sentiments. Babsy has been a failure. I have to just say it like it is. She has failed 9 years.
Well, there are many things that she has failed to do. I will agree with that.
And therefore I can't share your sentiment as a person. Yes, respect due. As the minister, no, not even 2 out of 10. She can't get in my book.
Well, certainly in the last 10 years, given the outcomes and the output, I would say that had things been done differently, there would have been different outcomes and outputs. And if you have to evaluate an individual against their outcomes, then yes, you can determine.
And that's the only way I'm going to evaluate any minister based on their outcome. We look at Vibes Cartel come from prison and making millions. The show in Trinidad, we heard that the cost for him to perform there was $1.3 million US. And Vibes Cartel leave prison and is now living in the United States. I see that as a disappointment, because with those kind of money, the account is not in Jamaica. And when I look at the creative and the culture and the creative industry and want to see our creatives grow to generate that kind of income, I would love to see those money coming in an account in Jamaica.
Back into Jamaica,
and that's why I asked you earlier, why is it that our top entertainers are leaving?
Yes, they're going to where the tours are. They're going to where the work is. They're going to where the currency is stronger. They're going to where they don't have somebody begging them every time they step out of the door. They're going to where they can go to a studio and walk in without people extending them hand. They're going to where where there are processes that facilitate them. In Canada, for example, they have particular things for artists that cause them to absolutely thrive.
You see,
cause them to absolutely thrive. They work with their artists. They understand their artists. They know their value.
So
that is what we
is it
do
is it that we are not giving our creatives the kind of respect and the kind of assistance? Because one of the things that I have learned is that you're an American, it's easier for you to tour. Is it that our government need to start assisting our artists to move around the world?
But that actually exists in terms of the process of moving around the world. But finding the market, that is where people will require assistance, and the government can give a little more. In addition to which, where outside of Draxall can you put 35, or the stadium? Can you put 35,000 persons for a concert?
But there's Jam World. There's also Jam World.
That you don't have to and Jam World. That you can load. That you don't have to load in and load out everything that you require. And even smaller venues where people can go and do 5,000 or 10,000 people in a proper theater with the acoustics are right, and a proper thing so your dancers don't drop them ankle as them going up the stairs kind of thing. So the facilities and infrastructure is another thing to look at.
Hold on, Debbie.
Hold on, creative industry.
Hold on. Before I forget, you spoke about the designations that Jamaica has been getting. In 2018, we also get a reggae designation that Jamaica...
We have done nothing with it. Blue and Jankra Mountains, nothing. Kingston as a creative city, well, different people have done particular things. That's the thing about it, Individuals do what they can to use the designation. But in terms of a comprehensive plan, there is nothing. Revival, the revival situation, when I went down to Augustown to support Comrade Pat, and we walked through Augustown. If you ever try to get to Bedward's grave, you have to dig through the grass, and you have to carry a machete with you.
So we're not.
How can you have a historical site, a heritage site? You can't even get to the grave of one of the most prolific individuals in our history and heritage.
So how then,
We
Debbie?
don't respect it. We don't regard it. We don't see it as anything. Listen, there was a study that said 80% of people who come to the Caribbean, of tourists who come to the Caribbean, want to do something historical. Did I say 80%?
Yes, you did.
But they lock them up in the
All inclusive.
in the all-inclusive,
So
right? But they want to come and do something historical.
So we have places like the Spanish Town Square. We have places like Port
Absolutely.
Royal, the richest and the wickedest
Absolutely.
city in the world at one point. We have places like Moortown. And these places are not really given pride of place. What though,
No.
Debbie? What though
They're
will
not.
we do?
And there are other things that can be done. So what we're talking about, the low-hanging fruit.
Right.
I was walking with Esme Miller Simpson down in the Haney Park. And we went to a place where we went to Striker Lee's museum. Around the corner, they have a cafe. And right in front of the cafe, they have a little dust bowl. And I said to myself, why we don't have cultural districts, right? Or creative districts. So in every little district, on every little corner, you can facilitate a community district for culture where they write up a little plan. You facilitate the dust bowl, you take it and you make it into a football center with a stage on it, and you put a couple so that the person can leave the museum,
Yes.
go to the cafe, and then go over to the community center and watch the dancers dance and the singers sing and the thing in a small proximity. And in every community you go to, you can find things that you can link to create a creative district. It's these kinds of ideas that we have. Everywhere I go, they want they want a special entertainment zone. So we have the smaller zones. We're going to have a program where we're going to be assisting people through the fund to look at their bars, small bars and small venues, so that they can get a little development, small studio programs, because we believe in bringing culture and creativity back to the community level, because it's out of the communities that the creatives come. Every single one of those people who have now gone to Miami that you talk about came out of a community like Waterhouse, came out of a community like Standpipe, came out of a community like Trenchtown, where the party leader will be tomorrow night. Yeah?
Seaview Garden is one of those places that turn out a lot. Seaview Garden turn out a lot of these entertainers to Deborah.
Say again?
Seaview Gardens, Bounty Killer.
Seaview, absolutely.
Dexter
Johnny Park, Patrick City, all of those places.
All right,
yeah,
Debbie,
Jonestown.
Tell us one of the things that we are going to do to bring in big bucks from the culture and the creative industry.
Okay, so we've spoken about the community element. On the other side, you have the mega entertainment element. There is a facilitation of mega entertainment. So, for example, you have to create investment streams. So whether it is for investment for infrastructure, whether it is, and you also have to create a training stream. Because what we find is that we have individuals who are doing particular things, but like the big film companies, they don't have enough people who are specialists. So that has to be done alongside, the training has to be done alongside the industry development. We are looking at mega multi-purpose special entertainment zones. So it will not only be for the purpose of performance, but also for the purpose of production, because that is what is going to grow the economy.
So we're talking about...
If you have one in every county, or if eventually, over time, not something that can happen immediately, and you have one in every parish, and you do them as investment projects, So the government is not competing with private sector. You are facilitating private sector to develop particular entities so that the big entertainment companies have somewhere that they don't have to load in equipment every single time they're going to have a big party.
So we're putting in some sound stage as well.
There's an infrastructure stream, and there's a training and development stream.
Debbie, we're going to talk again about this culture and creative industry.
There's so much that can be done.
And we are going to explain to the people of Jamaica, because we have done the background work. We are shovel ready as a team to move forward with culture and the creative industry as one of the aspects that the PNP is planning on using to grow the Jamaican economy. There are other aspects, agriculture. We're talking about the
young people. We need to be clear about the importance of this sector to young people, right? Our young people can find an avenue to not only express themselves, but to make significant money. Yeah.
Yes.
Beyond a call center existence. Sometimes that provides a kind of stability for a time, but you want to be able to create a career path. The cultural and creative industries provide you with an opportunity to create a career path that can take you places globally. We want our artists and our creatives to live in Jamaica and operate in the rest of the world. We don't want them to have to go anywhere to live. We want to be able to create that enabling environment right here where they feel comfortable.
Thank you, Debbie. We talk again.
All right.
Blessings. Dr. Deborah Ickling-Gordon, the Shadow Minister of Culture and the Creative Industry. She's my senior. Let me just make it clear that I am her deputy. But we're going to open the phone lines now. We're going to open the phone lines now. Ed Boy called me a while ago and give me this article here, which is rather interesting. Very, very interesting article. Ed Boy called a while ago and talk about. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. Good morning.
Good morning, Colin. How are you, sir?
I am fine, thank you, my brother.
I have 2 points I want to make, maybe 3. I want to touch on the minister a while ago, the shadow minister that you just interviewed, and her response. Colin, I'm very disappointed in her response, because you didn't ask her about Bob's character or to disparage Bobsy in any way. You asked her about the job that Bobsy is doing, and she failed to answer the question about the job that Bobsy is doing. It's obvious. Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles could tell you that Bobsy's past her time. She has no acumen in the job that she's doing, because she's not taking advantage of the cultural phenomena that Jamaica has and the financial gains that can make from it. Because in order to do that, you have to have a new sense of creativity, a new sense of direction where the youth and culture is going. She's way out of touch, and she failed to answer the question.
Let me say this.
Yes.
When I look at politics, I'm going to put sentiment in it. And
you can't.
As a person, I like Bobsy as a person. But as the Minister of Entertainment and Sports, Bobsy has failed us miserably. Miserably. It's not about the person or her personality.
No.
It is about the work that she has done for the last 9 years. Hell no. No.
Colin, the age that Bobsy is, she's out of touch with the cultural phenomena that's taking over the world. She's not in touch with today's cultural phenomena.
Let me say this to you. A lot of countries around the world are using culture and the creative industry to drive their economy. The industry.
What does America sell the most?
Hold on. The industry is valued at $3 trillion annually. A place like South Korea, they have gone ahead and build a music to draw people to South Korea to drive their economy. K-pop. We have reggae that is rated as the top genre around the world, and we have been unable to use that
Colin,
to
look at
generate
Africa
wealth
and
for
the
our
Afro
people.
beats. What has Africa done with Afro beats? What has Africa done with Afro beats?
Yeah, they
All American entertainers are flocking to Africa now because of Afro beats. These are the things that Babs is out of touch with. She's not. Babs is me and you put together is not as old as Babsy. And that is the reality of that is the reality.
No, me and you put together
It's not her personality, it's not her to say, but it's where she's at in life. She's not in touch. Colin, we see athletes migrating. Some of our best athletes are migrating. Our entertainers are migrating because there's no avenue, no cultural avenue for them to be creative and also for them to make a decent living. Let me tell you something. In the US here, in states, local government, they control stadiums, they control entertainment hubs, and they control all of these facilities where big companies put on these big shows, and the community itself, example, the community itself get the money from these entertainment shows because they're renting out these big centers, they're hosting all these shows. It's a collaboration between private sector and government, especially local government. It doesn't have to be, it's local government who drives these things, and it helps each individual community. If we were to build entertainment centers in each community that can host shows that hold 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 people, just imagine the revenue that would be generated for each community if the local government was able to do that. Well, it's a collaborative effort by local government and private investors to make these things work and create the opportunities. You can get internship for our young people from it. You can get jobs for our young people from it. It's an industry that we have to take advantage of.
Hold on, let me say this to you. You see, until we start get serious about exporting Jamaica's culture, we are going to be left behind. There are people in Jamaica who, when I said what I just said a while ago, are upset with me. Because there are some people who say, let's do culture for culture's sake. I am saying to them, no, let's do culture to create revenue. And if you do culture to create revenue, we will be able to sustain our culture. Our culture is dying because people don't see where they can get the kind of revenue from it. And I am saying to them, one of my work is to point out to Jamaicans that other countries that are serious about culture and the creative industry are making crazy money. America is making over 700 billion US dollars.
It's their biggest
annually.
export. America's biggest export is culture.
I am saying to us that 30 billion US dollars annually, just 1% of that $3 trillion would put Jamaica where most of us want to see Jamaica, a country generating wealth for its people, where people can stay here and live comfortable. If we are making 30 billion US dollars annually, we can pay our teachers, we can pay our nurses. Can we make that kind of money? I tell them, yes, every day we can make it. Jamaica culture is craved around the world, but we're not giving it to them.
No, Colin, it's an obvious hole in Jamaica, because the fact that you have athletes are migrating, entertainers are migrating, that show you that's a talent drain to the country, and that show you that there's a void somewhere.
People are wooing them.
Exactly. And if the Jamaican government can't organize and strategize and create a plan, in the last 10 years, Colin, I have not heard one plan in order that has come from the Jamaican government to develop our talent, create opportunities for our talented people, and create a space in Jamaican society for them. We see our athletes being turned off from our own country. We see our best entertainers migrating to other places. And not only that, Colin, but their dollars are not being spent and invested in Jamaica. It's being taken away and spent and invested overseas.
Then that me I look on, brother, when we see Cartel left and gone and Miami gone live, and the kind of money where Cartel are charged to perform and getting it, and those monies are not coming to Jamaica, I feel disappointed. But
Colin, it's a culture drain. It's a culture drain. And let me tell you what I've noticed in the last 10 years, Colin. Jamaica itself as a country has lost its identity and lost its identity with its culture. We're so caught up within other cultures and other people's identity that we have lost our own culture and our own identity. We hear Jamaicans turn up them nose to patois, turn and look down on people who speak patois, and not forgetting that this is our culture, our heritage, and it's important to us.
May I give somebody else a talk though? Here we talk again.
What I'm calling one more point before you go. Also, and Jamaica need to recognize, and this is from an economic standpoint, slowly but surely, all the states in the U.S. are going to adopt the policy, because now in the South Florida, if you're an illegal immigrant, you're not allowed, or you cannot send money back to Jamaica. You know you can't do that, and it's being adopted by all the states. So that's going to cut remittance in probably half.
Caller.
Yes, Colin.
I forgot though. I have you over about.
All right, Colin. Catch up.
Man. Give thanks. We talk again. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. Good afternoon. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning.
Turn off your instrument in your background for me, please. Whatever you're listening to me, and mute that. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. I'm muted it. Good morning, Mr. Bell. How are you doing?
Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. I'm good.
Yeah, man. So, you know, I listen to your program. I listen to quite a few other bloggers on both sides of the political divide, right? Yeah. And I hear you talk, and I see you as somebody who is a bit more objective. And that's one of the reasons why I'm calling now, because I heard you said something a while ago, and I just wanted to know where you were coming from. And you were talking to Dr. Hickley, right? You mentioned before on the program that you've been in the music business, right?
Yes.
And you made a statement a while ago that Cartel is leaving and others. But and Miss Hickling quite rightly corrected you. She said that this has been going on for decades. Mm-hmm. It is not something new. Jamaican artists, once they've started to travel the world on tour, they settle in North America and Europe.
Why though?
You would agree with that?
Yeah, because I know. Remember at one point Bob Marley went to live in London. I think Gregory was living in London at a point too. Dennis Brown. So yes, she's right. It's a long time people have been going abroad to live.
So it is not something that a government can legislate to have their singers, and it's not unique to Jamaica. When you check out Brazil, Trinidadian calypsonians and soca artists, they too live in the United States. Marshall Montano.
But why?
Well, America is the land of opportunity. And as I said, it is not unique to the Caribbean. Look at Brazil. Look at Argentina. When they break out in jazz or whatever, their major components and proponents of the art form migrate to the United States of America, because that is where the market is, that is where the money is, that is where the professional studios are, and all of that kind of thing. So it is not unique to Jamaica to say Cartel is leaving or these. I mean, it is nothing new.
So
and you know,
so
this,
is it ideal? Is it what? Because my concern, caller, is that I want to see Jamaica become a wealthy country. And if your country go and get wealthy, you have to have wealthy people living in your country. And my disappointment with it is that these people are creating wealth for themselves. They are wealthy and they are leaving. So I am concerned about it. So
no, well, this is I work in I'm a filmmaker. I work in the film and the television industry, right? I could have gone overseas to live if I wanted.
Yeah.
I am a patriotic Jamaican, and I chose to stay here and develop my country. Yes. A lot of these persons who have gone overseas to live, I just put it on to them not being patriotic.
Or is it?
Why wouldn't you want?
Is it that they see an opportunity, as you say, America is the land of opportunity to make more money? Because one of the things that when I do my research and check the whole thing, a lot of our artists, the DJs and the singers, even though they are making some money, they have not really gotten to their true potential, because singers and artists like those, if you're not starring in some movie and start get to that level there, you don't really make the serious money, you know. That's where the serious money is. Is it that they are looking at that opportunity and it is easier to get there in America?
Well, that's my point. America it's a very wealthy country. It's the wealthiest country in the world, and you can go to people don't go to the UK or Canada to get rich, or Europe. You'll make some money, yes, right? If you're really talking about wealth, it's the United States of America. That is where everything is equalized there. You do get a fair opportunity to make something of yourself, especially if you have some talent and business smarts, So the argument around the creatives and government legislating policies to keep creatives here, I guess they can try. But the truth is, Jamaicans.
But you say you're a filmmaker.
Yes, I am.
I am hell-bent on getting Jamaica to start exporting our culture. And I've said it to people on this program already. Some people, when I say export culture, they don't understand. If you're exporting culture, film is going to be the package. That's how you're going to package it for export. And if we start doing that in Jamaica, I believe that more people will stay and more people will be enthused to even come to live in Jamaica. The culture is rich. It is craved around the world.
Let me ask you a question and tell me how you see this, right?
Yeah.
For me, this is just me personally, and one of the main reasons why a lot of Jamaicans have left Jamaica is because of the insecurity in the country. What would you say to that?
That's what I was expecting you to tell me a long time, that a lot of people leave because they don't feel safe anymore.
I agree. You must have friends and family members who over the past several decades have left Jamaica.
Oh yes.
I have friends, family members who were in good job-paying situations and they left. The situation about the insecurity in the country has driven away a lot of Jamaicans, and it has driven away a lot of people who would want to otherwise come here and settle.
I agree with you. I agree.
So until
there are some videos going around, and somebody in the chat room just made mention of it, that Cartel was threatened. People page him, and therefore, boom, out of here.
Look, I can't speak to Cartel specifically. There are many more artists in Jamaica other than Cartel. I don't know, so I can't speak to his situation. But the general lawlessness and insecurity that has pervaded in our society for many years, with a sense of hopelessness, have driven away a lot of people. Because you want to set up business.
Yeah.
And if you set up business, you don't want nobody to become asking you for extortion, or you can't set up an office downtown or in Spanish Town, because as soon as you do, somebody's here knocking at your door. You're not even start making any money yet.
Yeah.
And you have to think about that doesn't encourage anybody. It discourages them, as a matter of fact.
So
So until we find a way to start dealing with the security in the country, making the country safe and secure, first for the people of Jamaica, and then of course if foreigners want to come here, they benefit from it as well.
Yeah.
But that is the main issue for me, is the national security.
I agree
of
with
the
you.
nation.
I definitely agree with my brother. Thanks for the call.
Yeah, man. One last point though, Colin, if you can, because I've heard you and others, the stoning of the new buses. Can you use this platform to discourage?
Rubbish. Oh, you have stoning your own bus. Those buses are ours. A your bus.
Exactly.
I hear Senator Newman saying that whoever stole the bus must be a fan sound, man. I want to agree. Most mad people them there. Every bus, including the old one them, are our money by them. And that's why I'm so upset that you use 1.4 billion buy 110 old bus and rob me off of the money. That's why I'm talking about it. Why you going stone? But Carla, it's not no them are stone them bus they do, you know. You remember in 1998 when the PGA partisan-led administration started the JUTC. You remember them used to call them bus a chichi bus? A chichi bus, they used to call them and used to stone them. So I see some man buy 2 bus, no one go on like are the biggest thing since sliced bread. It's a long time we are buy bus. People of Jamaica, the assets of the state are ours.
Exactly.
It's our taxpayer money buy them. Please, for crying out loud, stop it. Thank you, my brother.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. One love.
Auntie Don.
That's why.
Auntie Don.
Yeah.
Chris Campbell said all of Bob Marley kids lives outside of Jamaica. Go ahead, Auntie Don. You're live.
Okay. Greetings to you and everyone on your platform.
Blessings.
I am listening. I have always listened to you with your cultural entrepreneurship self. And now that we are into the election mode and I'm listening, there is a section of our culture that we are not deeply looking at. Yes, you have always talked about the economic benefit of our culture. However, I'm looking at culture from a different perspective in that if we as a society still have not accepted our culture, you don't think we're going to have a problem in marketing it? Because it's our lack of acceptance while a lot of sponsorships isn't given to our performing arts.
Yeah.
Because another tendency is that culture is not only the performing arts, the physical thing.
No, it's
you have the soft culture, the behavior,
yes, it's how we live.
self-acceptance, religion, norms and symbols.
Yes.
That all that makes also our behavior
yes.
is rooted in our culture. And if we don't accept ourselves as a people, we're going to have difficulty in marketing our culture at all levels. So it's not only a me who don't have the funds to put into it as a business.
Yeah.
But it's me who will also help with the marketing or the non-marketing of it.
Yes.
Because as basic as we look at it, up till now, we don't love our language.
Yeah, because
we don't accept our language.
Some people have problem with some people that talk patois.
Our language is basic part of our culture, the basic part. And if we can't accept our language, it means we can't accept ourselves. And the thing is, when we are talking about language, people keep going on as if it's an either or either. English is not our first language.
Hell no.
And that is why we are having issues with even the aggression and the anger that is being meted out in this society. Sometimes, I don't have empirical data, but my observation, I put it to, we don't accept ourselves.
Hold on, Auntie Don. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Why are you ignoring my call, sir, and putting it to voicemail?
So, what happened to the other person when I talk to? You may talk to somebody else.
Good morning, Mr. Bell. How are you doing, sir?
Fine, thank you.
This is Damian Phillips, DP, sir.
Damian, me not really wish to talk to you, But like how you call and me answer, go ahead.
All right, that is okay, and I'm happy you take the call. I want to use your platform to apologize because I think I was taking direction from your general secretary that says when they go low, you go lower. In response to somebody that dissed me in your chat last week, which you didn't see that, but you saw my response.
I will agree. I didn't see the diss, but as a broadcaster, somebody who is out there in the media, you have to understand that sometime when we say some things, people are going to come at us. And when they come at us, we as people who in the media have to learn to take the high ground. Nobody no get butter like me. Even you butter me. But me nah go tell nobody on the platform about their mother. I'm not going to do it. Me go take my butteration and move on. So I was very upset about that. I'm very disappointed that you would do that. I never did expect that from you. Hello?
Yeah, man, I listen to you. Can't make me call for talk, but you. That's
yeah, man. So.
But yeah, as I say, you never see the comment, and
no,
like even Neville said earlier. I realized the show has taken a turn where certain people are allowed to talk, share their opinion, even if they're lying and misleading. But when other people want to brand as labor right and whatever else, although you say call and text, but then we get battered. But as I say, I can't say, oh, you take so much offense because all I said, like your mother. I did not tell anybody anything bad about their mother. That's all I said. Like your mother. So, again, as I say, the Prime Minister said, no, we don't need to go low when other people go low. So, again, I reiterate, I'm using your platform to apologize to you and your people then because, as the Prime Minister said, we need to show us that we're different. We don't need to diss people because them this way. We have bigger things in store. So, thanks for taking my call, sir.
Blessings. Auntie Don. Go ahead, Auntie Don.
Yeah.
Sorry, but yeah, man, go ahead.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm saying that we have an issue with our language. And I'm just talking about language today. We can talk about other sections of our culture.
Yes.
When we...
But Auntie Don,
first of all,
Auntie Don,
yes?
it is our language that a lot of people love,
Listen, well, I know that, but what I'm talking about, you see, because we don't love our language, because when we're talking about even crime and anger, a lot of the crime come out of anger and all sorts of things, If from you are small, you are not comfortable expressing yourself in the mother tongue. You see, when you can express yourself in the mother tongue, yes, it is easier for you to learn any other language.
Yes.
English, we are active, and I think it has to do with our colonial past. Because English is the only, or England, Great Britain, is the only colonizer that you will hear that is the only accepted language. Because if you know, the Spanish have Spanish Creoles.
Yeah.
And people who do Spanish will tell you, say, the Creole that you hear in Cuba is not that you hear in Venezuela and all over. That you hear in Spain either. French have the Creole. When you listen to our African brothers and sisters, some of them speak all 5 different languages, including the official language, which may be a European language.
Exactly. But Mark Wolin said he's going
English
to make...
speakers.
Mark Wolin says he's going to make our patois one of our official language.
It should be, because it will take away the anger that our people suppress, because we're afraid to express ourselves because we can't do it in English and people tell us we chat bad.
Exactly. And that's why a lot of them are complaining. A lot of them are complaining about how Mark Wolin talk because Mark Wolin attack patois. No, they are very disappointed that them can't say because Mark Wolin dons, because them know him not dons. But the man loves our native tongue.
It's not only that. It's not only that. That's where he was, remember saying, him tell you, say, his surroundings was Augustown,
Talk to me.
That is
Augustown in Europe.
No, people, I have heard in the past, even before, people always say, even in the corporate world, they have to try straighten him out when it comes to that.
Because the man just be himself and talk like we talk.
And I'm saying that it's like when you hear people will talk about, boy, St. Elizabeth people chat bad.
Yeah.
I always have a group with people and I said to them, when you go to St. Elizabeth, don't you understand how they talk? I say, you have an issue with understanding them?
Me go run
no. Me say why? It's different accent.
Yes. Me I
So
run
we
left
have
you
to
though.
start love with it. Eh?
I go and run left you. Give thanks.
Yes.
We talk
All
again.
right. Take care. We will continue. Yes.
Yeah, man. Good morning. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show on Portland Spice TV. Please turn off the instrument in your background. Listeners and viewers, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell to ensure that whenever we are on, you are on. I just want to say one thing before I go to the caller. DP said the Prime Minister said, what? We're not going to go low. The first thing this Prime Minister must do before he talk about any high or any morality is to sort out his statutory deduction, his statutory filing. And until that can be sorted out, you can't set no standard, Mr. Prime Minister. Go ahead, caller.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. Hey, you want to go on, brother?
Yeah, man. I'm me, man. How are you doing?
I'm good, you know.
Yeah. Why do they then rage on the people imagine a vain thing?
Talk, Mr.
Kings of the earth set themselves. Yeah. You hear me? Yes, why? Yeah, man. Now, say, why do they then rage? And the people imagine a vain thing. The kings of the earth set themselves and rulers take counsel against the Lord and against the anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away the cords from us. I reference that Psalm 2 quotation. Probably I want you to play the big youth version before you left the platform. Yeah, man. Because I am surprised to have heard your pronouncements this morning about the withholding of permit to your event. The Jerk Festival. Hello? Colin? Hello? Hello? Oh, yeah, man. Yeah.
I had to run left here a while ago because the rain's coming in and everywhere was open. So I had to take off.
Yeah, come here, wonder where that deadness you come from on the platform.
Yeah, man, I had to take off, go lock up the place because a heavy shower rain out there now. Thunder and everything.
Okay, so you're back.
Yeah, man, I'm back. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so I was alarmed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At the disclosure this morning, probably I'm late in the day, that your event has been cancelled or postponed.
Well, it wasn't
because
really,
the necessary permits were not.
It wasn't really cancelled or postponed because we still do a little thing, invite some of the cultural group, but it's not we didn't get a permit. And the
permit for what?
To put on the festival. You know, you have to get your music license.
Yeah, but who would have been responsible to issue that permit?
The permit have to come from the parish council. Parish council.
Yeah, parish council. So what would have been the justification for denying you the permit? It's something that you have been holding over these many years. What would have been the if it's not parochial? Well, it's a parochial entity, so anything can generate from that.
When it gets to the justification, it still comes down to Boston Beach, which, as I said earlier, that is a court matter. And I'm not going to go into the detail of Boston Beach, but all of it has been driven by politics, by the politicians.
Yeah, so tell me that the justification, but tell me about the Boston Beach, but tell me about the political ambitions of a certain class to deny the indigenous people their right to live around here.
Exactly.
Yeah? So only one set of people live around here, son of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we not live.
My people, them not go to school.
Brother, those days have passed. You know, plantocracy is under serious compromise and threat now. If it wasn't eliminated before, now it has to be understood. Yeah, if we can't live here, them can't live here. Nobody can live here. They say it boil long to know, you know.
But I don't know if you heard the story about the garbage truck that I bought in 2019.
Yeah, man, I heard that for many moons ago. You have said it repeatedly.
The man them say me can't get no work at Portland. A man was born in the Port Antonio Hospital.
Yeah, man.
Live here all my life. Representing the people. And the man them say me can't get no work running. Not even to collect garbage. Not even to collect garbage.
You know. We are not Jamaican, you know. We are not Jamaicans, you know. Yeah? No, we are not Jamaicans. Yeah? We are not Jamaicans. Yeah?
You know what?
So,
Hold on, Mystical. You know, one of the things I missed out this morning, I never tell the people when I talk about the money. The police on a jerk festival day is over $400,000 I pay to the police on a jerk festival day. I pay the health inspectors. I pay the firemen. I pay the parish council. Just to name a few more of the things.
Listen to me, man. These people don't believe in the development of this country. They don't believe in the economic dynamic. They only want to ensure that is what they do and what they say at the expense of Jamaica, as long as they live, yeah, as long as they are okay, yeah. We don't business with nobody for no okay. Who wanna come here as? Who wanna come here as some like a slave, yeah? Who wanna come here as nobody? Who wanna come here with nothing of value? We bring on here and one must be subject to us from now and to eternity, brother. Yeah.
And we fought for the freedom where them now are used and our press way.
Them people are irrelevant, you know, Shaka. Yeah? And it goes to show, but let me tell you this. You see the sacrifice, yeah? Where you know, Amek?
Yes.
That has been enforced upon you. Yeah. You see, anything you sow, you're going to reap, you know, brother.
Yes, I am.
So me may lose 60 million or the country, the economy,
yeah,
might have been robbed 60 million or more, you know.
Or more.
You get what I'm saying?
Because as I said, I don't put the informal vendors who are not normally vending at Boston or who don't pay to come in at the event. But when you look at the road on a jerk festival day, both sides are lined out. People clean up them yard. People clean up them yard for the parking.
But brother, take it further, you know.
Eh?
Take it further, you know.
People
them no care whether you...
People come from St. Elizabeth to sell shrimp. People come from Kingston to sell toys. And that kind of business happen on a jerk festival day.
Them people are love. Them irrelevant. Them not connected to this economy or ecology. Yeah? What about the people who did buy or raise couple of hog?
And chicken. And a lot of people.
And a raise certain chicken.
I can
and
tell
them
you,
someday. What about them?
I can tell you that.
You think them are JLP or PNP? Them are Jamaican people. And many who call JLP and many who call PNP. Yeah? I suffer and I go suffer. Yeah? So it's not about the politics where them are deal with. Yeah? There's no politics in economics. Yeah? What about those people who have made that sacrifice, you know, to get some benefits down the road? Why are they deprived? Why are they deprived? Yeah? And you say you are the representative of the people.
Yeah, man.
You must ensure that the people benefits at all times.
Yeah, man.
So I don't know. Yeah? So let me tell you this, brother. You see, you lose 60 million, them are going to lose triple times that. And quadruple times that. Remember me tell you that. Them going to feel it in them pocket too. Yeah?
Yes.
Because this is an automatic ecology, you know, brother. Yeah? You get what I'm saying? And who them so at that them are going to reap, you know. Yeah? You might not know. Yeah? But me I tell you, that is what's going to happen. It must happen. It shall happen. And it will happen. Because them think them abuse you. When them abuse you, them abuse all of us because you are we. Yeah?
Yes, man.
So when they abuse you, they abuse all of us. When they deprive you of a benefit that you should have. That's why I can't choose Jamaica. Why should I ever choose Jamaica? Brethren, me can't talk like everybody, you know. I will not and will never choose Jamaica. What Jamaica has done to me and my ancestors over the years until this day, and what it continues to do, I will never choose Jamaica. Jamaica must choose me. Me not choose Jamaica, brother. Yeah? Because Jamaica has never been kind to us. Yeah? You show me, Shaka. Yeah? Me I'll put on a mind to it now. I want anybody to show me where Jamaica has been kind to us. It has been kind to others, but it has not been kind to us, African people around here. Yeah? Indigenous people, yeah? They deprive us, yeah? They exploit us, they repress us, they oppress us, they do everything in order to keep us where Yeah, they have planted us over these centuries. They have planted us, and we must take our shoulders off the wheel, brother. Take our shoulder off the wheel and make the wheel pop down. Yeah, we not hold it up no more, brother. Yeah, we hold up this system that has not been useful to us and that has not served us. And these people must stick with themselves and make Jamaica breathe again.
Yes.
Because they have shown themselves that they are anti the people, anti-black people, yeah, anti our ascendancy. If they were for us, they would have no doubt contributed to our upliftment, yeah. They would not spend so many years depriving us of education, good education and health, yeah. It is disgracefully alarming, you know, man. If we put our minds to it and look at the effect of what they have withheld from us, you know. You have $3 trillion cannot be accounted for, brother.
Yes.
And we people them a scrounge and a cry out and a sick and a die, see a little water around here. You know what I'm saying? So what do they have to show, yeah, for the administration? What do they have to show? Criminality.
Well,
and that multiplies itself over and over again.
And them children.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You get what I'm saying to you? And
yes,
they continue to expose us to this kind of disaster, economic, social, every kind of disaster. So, Colin, you know, not look a pretty talk with nobody, you know, man. Because I am an indigenous African man around here who know what it is. We come across the seas, yeah?
Yes,
so, control. Bless up yourself, brother.
One love, Mystical. Morning, welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Hi, Colin. Morning.
Morning. Hold on for me, caller. Let me just
cheers.
Welcome everybody to the Portland Spice TV platform. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. If you want to contribute to the channel, just go to the profile and you see our Cash App account where you can contribute to the channel. Portland has lost $60 million last weekend. That is the kind of money that the Boston Jerk Festival brings to the parish of Portland. Lot of people, thousands of people benefit when the Jerk Festival is held. The Jerk Festival was not held in its usual way because of the politicians trying to victimize yours truly. And in doing that, they suffer a lot of other Portlanders. Go ahead, caller.
Okay, am I live, Colin?
Yes, you're live on the air. Yeah, man.
Okay, Colin. Are you drinking coffee?
If I do what?
Are you drinking coffee?
No, I'm not drinking coffee. No, it's not coffee.
Okay.
Herbs.
Okay. Anyway, I want to speak about coffee.
Yeah.
First of all, the coffee farmers in Jamaica need to know that there's $2.5 billion worth of coffee drink per day around the world.
Yeah.
And that means the way the Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee used to be marketed, you know what I mean, where it's been, what you call it now, one man control the marketing, and then they treat the farmers like a piece of crap.
Yes.
Need to stop, and the coffee farmers need to start market their own coffee.
Well, you heard Hubert Williams talking about this coffee thing and how he wants to fix it. Once the PNP get into power, he will ensure that the farmers earn much more from their coffee.
Yes, man. You need to clean up, man. It's very corrupt. You know what I mean? And listen to me. I'm in London right now. I'm in London, Zane.
Yeah.
And I can't go. I can't go down the road and find a Blue Mountain coffee in the shop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, you don't find the Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee. You have to go in most of those expensive hotels in London to get a cup of Blue Mountain coffee.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Our coffee
and the
is
coffee farmers
around the world, but the government is not investing in it because right now the coffee growers, they are asking for $300 million Jamaican each year, and they are saying that if they get that, they can increase the output so that we can earn over $100 million annually from coffee, and the government is not paying them the attention. In fact, the government took $12.4 billion and just gave away $20,000 for people to party and buy falls here and falls nail and drink rum and them something there.
Yeah, Colin, you know, what I ask you to do is to educate the farmers in Portland or in the Blue Mountains.
Yes.
That is $2.25 billion of coffee sell per day, cup of coffee. $2.25 billion. And Blue Mountain coffee is in the high rank. And you don't get Blue Mountain coffee on the street in London.
Yes.
You can look at all the what you call now, some of the coffee it can't smell. You know what I'm saying? It has no smell to it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know? So the farmers need to know that times have changed. They can market their own coffee from their house.
Well, we are
They don't need to run.
educating the farmers, and it is the plan of the next PNP administration to ensure that our farmers get the best price for their coffee.
Yes, mate, because
somebody's asking who is the mayor of Port Antonio, a man named Paul Thompson. He's the mayor of Port Antonio.
I think I've heard about the mayor in Portland who can't count. Is that the one who can't count?
Yes, that's the man who
Is that the one?
That's the man who said him get $70 out of $10.
Well, this is me, Colin. People need to ignore people, man. People need to take responsibility.
Yes.
And market their own stuff. You can't have somebody who can't count to do marketing stuff for you. You got to be stupid. There's a saying, don't let a person who lead you. He's fooling you. If he's fooling you, don't make him lead you.
Yeah, man. All right, my brother. Thanks
You know
for
what
the
I'm
call.
saying? Cheers.
Yeah, man. If you're just joining us, thanks for joining the Colin Bell Show on Portland Spice TV. It's raining. Some people would say it's raining cats and dogs outside. Lightning and thunder right here in Port Antonio. The weatherman did say we're going to get some of the morning here. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Yeah, blessing.
Blessings, my brother. Welcome.
Yeah, man. 3 points.
Yeah.
And with all right, I'm a cricket lover. I love cricket. Growing up, that's back in the country days we used to play. From the coconut bor, making this stuff and batting and so forth.
Yeah.
I believe Minister Grange has destroyed cricket.
Yeah, man.
Destroyed cricket.
Not
In fact,
she,
sports
but
and a whole, but cricket and a whole.
The entire administration, not just Babsy, the entire administration.
Yeah, I look at T20. Remember, I said Jamaica did have a side named Talawa.
Yeah, in the
Caribbean.